Hi everybody, welcome back to the two old guys and their Anglia street rod build. This is the start of part 10 and segment 1. Today is July 10th, 2023 and the firewall has been installed along with the wooden braces, which will give a purchase for the dash to be installed. And then, have you made this piece yet?
No, I haven't made, but it's that's this guy right here.
Yeah, that's the cardboard. Yeah, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that'll go like like that.
Okay.
Put it in there like that.
Good. All right. So, yeah, and now that we're thinking about it, there's a good possibility we might be able to mount the brake.
Yeah, I might be able to get the master cylinder up in here
with a suspended pedal inside.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
And what about the steering column?
Oh, the steering column, yeah. Yeah, purchase a steering column. And then she'll fit in here. It's gonna go somewhere like so. And then, of course, the dash will be here, and then there'll be a support to hold that up.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, that's it's getting there, slow but sure.
Is there anything else on order?
No, I'm still waiting to hear from on the door hinges and all that stuff. I'm going to give her a call.
Oh yeah, Barbara and
I'll
Smith's.
give her a call tonight because it'll be daytime over there in the ceiling, and see what the status is down there.
Okay, so, and obviously the body, shake the body for a second, Lou, over there.
Oh yeah, this baby's.
Yeah, everything is really every time something new is added, it gets more stiff, so it's good. Yeah, look at
that. Once it's get this piece in here and then this will all be fiberglass in here.
Oh.
That'll really stiffen it up.
Yeah, looks good. All right, kind of a short segment. So that's about it for now. Catch you next time on part 10, segment 2. Take care. Bye-bye. July 12th, 2023, Anglia Street Rod Project by Lou Buitrago and me, his helper. This is part 10, segment 2. And the firewall piece has been cut, welded, cleaned off, screwed to the wood. Angle brackets to stiffen it up and attach it to the floor. And that's looking pretty good. So, Lou, what's going to happen? You're going to fiberglass something in here?
Yeah, this will be fiberglassed in here, and then also on the other side. That'll stiffen that up, and then this is already fiberglassed underneath here. And then we'll do on here, just do the old Bondo trick. Fill it in with Bondo.
Good, good.
Yeah, smooth that out.
And then there's the steering column.
Playing with the steering.
Playing with the steering column. You can see that the hole's been drilled in the firewall. And kind of approximate where we think it might go, somewhere around there, but it's difficult without some idea where the seat's going to be. I'll have to think about that. Okay. What else? Oh, yeah. To make that upper U-joint fit to the steering column shaft on the double D was not milled properly, and it was oversized, and the coupling wouldn't slide on. So, yeah, probably Chinese measurement. Anyway, we had the mill file and clean it up. The couplings would fit on the shaft extension, but they would not fit on the end of the steering column shaft. Well, they do now anyway, so we're okay there. So
here's a radiator. This is the right dimension of the radiator, as you can see right there.
Now is that the radiator, or is it the brackets of
that is the brackets, and even trimming the brackets is still ain't gonna go. So they're talking about it. Radiator had to come down that low. It stays there.
Well,
but
what
if
about
we go with an angle, you get rid of that cross member and put it in an angle. It'll fit a lot better. It'll, it'll go like right about there.
Yeah.
This will be the top of the tank.
Or you could do a form of a hybrid. You could tilt it.
Oh, that's tilting it. Right there.
Yeah, but what I mean is, you could also take the upper part of the extra wide Ford radiator brackets and trim them just a little bit.
Well, I don't know. Probably end up cutting those brackets off up here because it won't need them.
Yeah, maybe, or at least take 5 or 6 inches down on each side. Then you'll be able to tilt and raise it up or lower it to
this is
wherever you want.
The radiator is 17 inches.
The core itself, not the brackets.
And then with the brackets, you got about 17 3/8. So that's it's going to have to go something like that.
Okay. All right, so
That ain't no biggie. We'll work on that.
I'm wondering if, well, I know it would be nice if we had some idea of what a seat would be, right? But
Yeah, be nice.
I don't know. I'll talk to Randy, my son-in-law. He's got a buddy that runs a pick-apart yard over here in Fort Worth. So maybe we can go down and take a look and see what kind of seats might be there to fit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm about done for this segment.
Yeah.
Oh, let me.
If it ain't one thing, it's something else.
Well,
And of course, the dash is going to come in here,
yeah.
but like that, and go across. Then there'll have to be a bracket coming off the bottom of the dash.
Yeah, and that'll be a long bracket too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a long bracket. That's for sure. Nothing you can do about that. So that's yeah, if it isn't one thing, it's something else.
Yeah, and we still don't know whether we'll be able to fit a
Yeah, it's still
master cylinder.
master cylinder.
I think I've seen small diameter booster hanging ones.
I think they do make a teeny one. That's a 7-inch.
Yeah.
I have to check and see what the
Yeah,
smallest ones
I'll
are.
take some looking
Yeah.
too. All right, so that's the end of Part 10, Segment 2. We'll see you later with Segment 3. Bye. July 19th, 2023, the Lou Buitrago Anglia Street Rod Project, Part 10, Segment 3. I'm going to talk a little bit about our backgrounds. 7 years ago at the North Church locally, Lou and I met up at the Father's Day car show. He had his 23T, and I had my 32 Ford Coupe. And we have a lot in common, being both old school hands on hot rodders and about the same age. Lou hails from Northern California, Livermore? Or?
Yeah, Livermore.
Livermore, California. Moved here about 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, 11 years ago.
11 years ago. And I'm from Southern California to Texas here, and originally from the northeast, from Boston area, where I built the 32. Yeah, anyway, he's the youngest at 82, and I'm the oldest at 83. And we refer to ourselves as the two old guys. And we've come up with a logo to match the title. So this is the two old guys garage. We found out a lot of things. We both attended the San Jose Western Street Nationals in 1980. Lou with his 33 Coupe at the time, me with my 32, which I called the Forever car. This is Lou's 23 that he built here completely and sold off about a year or so ago. And we started on the Anglia project. Lou and I have had many projects since we got together. We have a lot of fun doing things. One of the larger ones was, this was a Wells Index mill made in America and very similar in design to the famous Bridgeport mill. And before Lou came here from California, he had already started an adaptation to turn this into a CNC machine. And he had made these adapter pieces. You can see that's a stepper motor down there. And here's the other one for the other axis. And we decided that we would try to get it completed, which we did. It was an extensive job. The XY axis on the mills is bushings, zero clearance, but it's a lot of friction. So we actually got a recirculating ball XY shaft that was designed to be retrofitted to a Bridgeport, and we adapted it into the mills, and it was totally successful. Lou has got a lot of skills. He built all the electronics to drive the stepper motors, and we had a lot of fun getting everything to work. And when we were through, you could put a bunch of G-code into the computer and you can drive the thing in X, Y, and Z. Works real good. Some of the other things that he's made and we've worked together is, this was an interesting one. The national brake, we actually adapted it to be driven by power cylinders, which works quite well. That, of course,
makes it a lot easier to do.
Oh, yeah, a lot easier to bend.
Hydraulic, yeah, you don't have to get down there and crank this baby up. It does its own little thing here. I mean, it's slow. The pump, this pump that I got is it's slow, but I had to hit the pump on there. Things would go right up. It works good. This one here is designed to break up 12
Lou. Yeah, when it's running, can't he?
Yeah, anyhow,
yeah, and that's been obviously put to use here a lot.
Oh, yeah. We use
bending a lot of the sheet metal for the Anglia. And some of the other things that we've worked on, some of the other projects, is building an air hammer and forge furnaces. And then Lou has a thing about collecting old sun machines.
Yeah.
And we've worked on those sun machines, making them fully operational. There's the distributor tester over there. Did things like replace the vacuum pump and put a power supply in instead of the two batteries to make it work. And it's fully functional. And the exhaust gas analyzer, that was a challenge. We had to get into the electronics, replace some of the sensors, but got it all working. So that's another part. And what else? So we've worked on this welding machine. Some of the functions weren't working right. We troubleshot everything, got it all working. So, with that, let me get back to the car. I think in the last segment, if I recall correctly, we had temporarily put the steering column shaft in with a ball type fitting. Is that around here, Lou?
Yeah, it's...
Anyway, found out that, of course, having cut a hole in the firewall, that it was at the wrong angle. We didn't like it, so we decided to make the firewall with a, as you can see, a slotted piece, and
yeah, this here piece.
Plate will go over where when we get to the final positioning, and
This will be able to slide up and down.
So we can get some adjustment on it.
Adjustment on the column where we want it.
And if you look at all the marks there, we've been working here lately on the master cylinder. We've come up with a solution. The master cylinder will be installed on the firewall, which is a logical good place for it to go. And a couple of you viewers have suggested that, and we appreciate all comments. Anyway, what we've done is, this is a Wilwood suspended pedal, and we are adapting it to fit this 7-inch?
Yeah.
7-inch brake booster, which, if you look here, this is bigger in diameter than the whole of the Wilwood device. So yes, what happens early on is that this is an adapter plate that pushes it out. Firewall gets sandwiched in here, and that makes clearance for this part.
And this guy goes on like that.
And then this is the latest adapter.
It'll go like that.
And let me see the other side of this, Lou. As you can see, this is countersunk into that. And basically, these two pieces will sandwich the firewall.
Right. And then it bolts onto this piece here.
And this will be drilled and threaded, and this will be bolted.
Actually, it's right there.
Yeah.
It goes right in.
Oh, yeah, the holes are already done.
Yeah, the holes are already there. It'll go like
so that'll go like that and sandwich the firewall. Now, one of the problems we ran into in doing this is that the angle of the dangle, the steering column has to go basically almost on top over here. So it'll be over here, but that doesn't leave room on this side for the typical location of the brake pedal. So what we're going to do is we will put it on the left side of the steering column, but it's down low enough with the gas pedal going to be mounted on the floor, not the firewall.
Yeah, so this will go like about here.
Yeah, so that means that the angle of the shaft, you'll still be able to pretty much move your foot from the gas pedal to the brake pedal without losing too much time. Anyway, that's the way that is. So, what do we got going next, Lou? What's happening?
Well, that'd be getting all this stuff here mounted.
Yeah, getting the steering column in.
Getting the column in and making the shafts up for the column stuff.
Yeah, and one of the things we run into with the shaft was that the original hole we put in there and the angle we had, the U-joints were too far of an angle. I can't remember what the number is, but I think you got to be less than 36 degrees. So we ended up with a different angle, a different depth, and kind of pushing it over this side to get less of an angle. So, excuse me. That's about it, I think, for now. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I'll start poking some more holes in the firewall.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that'll be the end of segment 3, part 10. Catch y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm back. We're going to add on to segment 3 a little bit because we're working on bolting the master cylinder in. And you can see there's the 6 holes we just added, or 7 holes, including the big one, to bolt the unit together and see how it fits. So I'm going to pause this here, and I'm going to come back a little bit after we put the stuff together and see how it goes together. Okay, pause. Hi, we're back. Okay, there it is. The master cylinder is bolted to the firewall. It's in a good location. We like the location and stuff. And of course, when you're building a car from the ground up, we went to put this piece on and realized that this adapter, you can't put a large hole there because of the 2 countersunk Allen bolts to hold the plate on, but that hole is too small for that rubber bushing.
Yeah, the rubber bushing on here.
So what we're going to do,
Make another spacer.
make another spacer plate. That'll be the same outside shape as this, but it will have a 2-inch hole, and it will be sandwiched here. This actually is 5/16 here, but the 1/4 inch will squeeze the rubber and actually make a seal, which is not bad. We get a little byproduct from that. So I've decided, instead of calling Lou the Cardboard King, I'm going to call him the Spacer King.
Yeah, jeez. Never ends. It never.
Yeah, well, ground up.
Yeah.
There it is over there, the red lines on the floor. Yeah. Anyway, I reviewed the previous segment that we were making today, and apologize that when we were looking at the powered up brake machine, the National machine, got kind of noisy and you couldn't hardly hear anything. So sorry about that, but I'm not going to remake the film. Okay, so this may be the end of part 10. I'll know when I get home and do some editing. Thank you all. Appreciate your views and your comments, and take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye. July 21, 2023. This will be a relatively short segment. It'll take and end up the part 10. And it was just a few days ago that we were working on the master cylinder on the inside, and it has been completed. There's the brake pedal, the linkage, all the type stuff. Adjustments have been made both on this side and this side for where the booster contacts that. That has to be some finite tiny clearance, otherwise you can get a lockup condition where the fluid doesn't come back into the reservoir and your brakes lock up. Seen that on a couple of occasions. Right, so we are waiting on a part to start working again on the steering column. The famous ball joint we're not going to use because it's really not quite enough of an angle that we want. So there's another common bracket that's used that's a, I don't know how I describe it, Lou. It clamps on the column and it's got 2 wings on the side that bolts vertical to the firewall.
All kinds of adjustments.
So you can get literally an infinite amount of up and down positions on it. And we might be lucky and that comes in tomorrow, in which case we'll start working on that. I think that's about it. So next would be the steering column.
Yeah.
Right. And then
maybe I'll even hook the holes in the dash for the instruments. Just so it looks like.
Okay. One of the things that we did was a couple days ago, we looked at not using the Willwood cylinder, which is a single cylinder, and putting a stock American iron dual bore cylinder on. But they have to be 7/8 inch to get the right type of leverage for the pedal on the disc brakes. And I did some research and we came up with the Raspestos MC 39037. But that had ports on this side, and we were thinking at the time we had to have the ports on this side. So further research showed that the Raspestos MC 39027 was the same kind of dual cast and the fittings were here. But then we couldn't find easily the correct amount of adapters to screw into the master cylinder ports to transition to the AN3 lines that Lou is using. So we quit messing around with that and went back and put the Wilwood single cylinder on, which will work well. This already has the piece in it for the AN3. And after we do the steering, we're going to unbolt the front end and get underneath and do the brake lines and work on that radiator issue to change that cross member there. So that about catches us up. The last segment I was talking about background on Lou and I. Lou is very clever at making all kinds of machineries and so on. This is another one that he made, a belt sander. And of course it's us at the two old guys garage. Oh yeah, one of the other projects we had early on was we completely designed and built in and installed a video security system. So there's 9 cameras in the house and 4 cameras. It's inside, outside, on the grounds, automatic motion detection, full up Hikvision. And that was finished about, we went through a bunch of iterations, right? We finally got to the one we like, but it's a combination of that system, and it's expanded by a good old Wise camera. As you can see, that little white thing up there, that's the Wise camera in the garage. And there's a Wise pan and scam over there. And then part of the original system design is that camera up there. Anyway, that's it. Enough about that. I'm going to end up part 10. As soon as I get home, I'll take this video and add it on, and I'll be publishing it probably later this afternoon. So until then,
Okay.
till the next time, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
I hope we'll have the steering in next time around.
All right.